Hello, good people. So today is actually Saturday. I am, yeah, I didn't record my update this week because it's been a week. So basically, I think my intention was to record this on Thursdays, which is what I normally was doing the last couple of weeks. But this week was not one of those weeks. So my son, for starters, had March break, and I felt so disorganized. And thankfully, my husband took the week off because if he hadn't, I think I would have felt even worse than I did. Anyways, so we were all just kind of making it work somehow. And yeah, so that was sort of like the backdrop of our week. And I don't know, I've just kind of been feeling a bit off this week. And so I feel like everything has sort of carried that same energy. I don't know what came first, the energy, or the energy came after my week started going bad. But anyway, so rewind to last Friday. So last Friday, after my bake day, my pickup day, which is Fridays, I think I mentioned to you guys that I was not anticipating so many orders. So I ended up getting, I want to say, a little over half the amount that I'd gotten the previous week. And so it wasn't necessarily a dead week, but it was not like the busiest I've been, which is fine. But what ended up happening after that pickup was that I just got a new greenhouse that was meant to be the new home for my temporary shop in my driveway. But the wind decided that it preferred to have it in the sky. So the next morning, Saturday morning, we wake up and the entire thing had been swept off our driveway, and I still don't know where it landed, but it clearly is not anywhere near where we are. So I was so devastated, but anyway, it doesn't matter. So I went into that weekend feeling pretty crap, to say the least. And yeah, so for this week, I was not necessarily expecting many orders, but I made the decision on the Monday to post in one group that I is like a neighborhood group, and I'm so glad that I did because it was like one of those stepping outside my comfort zone moments. And thankfully, when I posted my post, some of my customers, my current customers, actually like posted underneath and said, "Oh yeah, she's awesome. Her food tastes amazing. Blah blah blah. Her bread tastes amazing," and things like that. So it was nice to have existing customers kind of vouching for me or whatever. So I really appreciated that. And I think I've overall received a positive benefit from making that scary decision, or what felt scary at the time. I don't know. I kind of feel like, you know, I've obviously started many things before, many initiatives, many business things before, but this is the first time that I'm starting something that is outside my career or like my formal training or something like that. And so there's a lot of imposter syndrome going on. And so, yeah, so that was a scary thing to post because that almost felt like I'm legit saying that, hey guys, I'm a baker, you know? So, anyways, it went well. I'm really happy about it. I got customers as a result of it. So, it's really great. Anyways, fast forward to the rest of the week. I think I had this cloud of what am I going to do about my pickup stand, because up until now I still was using the greenhouses. I had one little greenhouse before, which I'm currently using for my seeds right now. And so I when I got the one that got blown away, it was like 4 times the size of the one that I was using before. And so I was really happy with that as a temporary situation. And so obviously I felt, you know, ungrounded or unstable because of this. So anyway, so the entire week I've been trying to think, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? What am I going to do? So I think that preoccupied a big part of my brain for the whole week. In which case, in the end, I ended up getting these mini greenhouses. They're actually smaller than my original greenhouse. Excuse me. So I got those, and then the idea is that it's like I'll just put them outside the driveway, and then it works out for the time being. And my mom was so generous enough to decide to sponsor the purchase of my next station or building or greenhouse or whatever it is that I wanted to get. So a huge part of the money for my new shed came from my mom. Like, so much that I should just say it's her who bought it, because legit, it's like she gave me, yeah, it's a great investment, let's just say. But anyways, so I was honestly like so stoked about that, because then it allowed me to actually get something that I really liked. While and when I got that, my husband afterwards was like, yeah, he's going to build me a shed, an actual bread shed that I want, so I can start like dreaming about that. But it'll come out later, in the summer probably. And I think having the temporary but permanent greenhouse that I bought, I think it will allow me to kind of see what the market's like, and what my customers are feeling, whether this is working or not. Is this a viable business, and whatnot, which I think it is at this stage. I feel like I'm confident enough to say that I think is a viable business. This week, I actually finally passed the 1,000 mark in my business, in terms of the net, or the orders that I got, and I can't believe it, because it's pretty cool that I've not actually publicized, and I've not actually put an effort into the whole like trying to get customers and all that type of stuff. A lot of the people are just people who are keeping on coming back, and what's awesome is that I find that the like in this week that passed, I find that people are spending more. So I have fewer customers, but they spend more money per purchase. You know what I mean? So they didn't just buy one thing; they buy multiple things. So that's been really reassuring and great. And I'd love to kind of sustain that kind of model where I have fewer clients, but clients who buy more things. Anyways, so I'm thinking that I'm going to need to expand my menu a little bit more. I think every week I want to try and do something that is interesting to keep people kind of captivated. So I'll have my staples, which are basically my sourdough loaf, and my sandwich loaf, and my sourdough, regular sourdough. And then I also have some bagels. People have been loving my bagels, and the cookies, of course. So I want to kind of make sure that I keep a standard menu, but then I also have things that are that change, that rotate, or that keep changing every single time. Anyways, oh yeah, the bad thing that happened this week was that my yeah, I'm even just thinking about it, just brought all the emotions back. But what happened was I had my sourdough starting on, I guess my dough day is on Thursdays. But I start my starter on Wednesday nights for my dough day, which is on Thursdays. But for whatever reason, things just didn't work out well for the sandwich loaf. And that is my easy loaf. For some reason, it was just so wet or sticky. I don't know. Like, it's almost like our place was too humid. I don't know if it's because of the rain. I don't know whether it's because our house, the temperatures. I don't know that it's because the temperature outside. Like, I don't know why. But it just was so bad. Like, it over fermented the first batch. And so I had to tell, I think I had to tell 5 customers that I can't deliver on their bread. And I mean, everyone understood and whatnot. And then today was the day where I'm supposed to be making their actual replacement bread. But guess what happened? Let me show you. Like, you can't make this up. Like this. This is what happened. What's this? Like, seriously. This is what happened. Like, my bread never looks like this. It never, ever looks like this. I mean, these ones are the ones that don't look that great. But I do, the other ones don't look as bad as these ones. But still, like, I just couldn't believe that, like, out of all the things that I make, the sandwich loaf is the easiest thing for me to make. And for some reason, like, this one under fermented, and it's just, anyways, I'm really frustrated, to say the least. And so this weekend, I'm going to make some more sandwich loaves, because I need to just make sure it was just like a fluke or something just didn't work out, not because there's something wrong with me. But yeah, thankfully, I mean, for the customers who did receive it, so the 2 other breads that aren't as bad looking as those ones. The one lady was like, it actually tastes really good, and she loved it, or whatever. So yeah, like I'm surprised but frustrated because visually that is not at all what it's supposed to look like. It's usually like double the size of that. Like it's almost like a full fluffy bread, and then for some reason that's what it looks like. Anyways, so that's what happened. So yeah, it's got me thinking in terms of like just making sure I have everything I need in order to reduce the risk that sourdough poses, because sourdough by nature is temperamental, it's finicky, it's weather dependent. There's so much risk associated with making sourdough. And so I need to find ways to actually manage that risk so that I don't have days like I did yesterday, because it means I basically worked twice and I actually sold these for half the price because it's, yeah, I gave them a 50% coupon for the next time they purchase, because yeah, like it's ridiculous, but that means that I wasted ingredients and then I also wasted my time by making the other bread and stuff like that. So, and it means Saturday, usually Saturday is my relaxed day, but I didn't get to relax because I had to bake bread. So yeah, so I want to, this week I think that's a priority. I'm going to try and think through what that looks like in terms of just managing that risk, making sure that I just don't repeat that again. So yeah, so that's a big thing for this week. And one of part of that is I need to get a fridge. I need to get a fridge that is going to be exclusively my bread fridge, and that I just keep all my bread related things in it, because right now the current state of affairs, it's not working. Like things are not working if I don't have a dedicated fridge space, because in the fridge I can control the temperature, and then my oven also has like a proofing function. So I'm going to really read my manual or whatever to find out how I can maximize that to make sure the proofing temperature is consistent on all of my loaves, regardless of what the temperature of my house is like and regardless of what the weather outside is like. So anyway, so that's a big thing. I'm probably going to end this video now because I got things to do. I've got my menu to plan for next week. So this coming week, I'm thinking of introducing an inclusion loaf, like a jalapeno cheddar. And I'm also planning on including just a yeasted loaf. I'm curious to see the uptake of that versus just the regular breads. And then I want to do some recipe testing of the maple tahini sticky buns. I thought that would be a nice combination. And then I'm going to also introduce sourdough buns. Those are the new things on my menu this week. So because of that, I gotta go test out some recipes and see how that comes out. But yeah, I was so deflated this morning, but I feel a lot better now. And yeah, like I'm really, really, really noticing just how easy it is to like quit on something when you're feeling like things aren't going. And so my husband was encouraging enough by saying, hey, you know what? Like 95% of the things you produce are like you produce this week are loved by the customers, and everybody loves everything else. And I mean, even with the bread that I personally don't love, other people are saying it tastes good or whatever. And so I should keep holding on to that, because it's easy for me to then want to throw in the entire towel because I'm like, this sucks. This just sucks. It's pathetic. I suck at this or whatever. So, anyways, I feel a lot better now, but I do have a lot of things to do before the day escapes. But I keep saying that every week I want to do like an actual vlog, because it would be much more fun to watch, especially in the future, as my business grows. But I keep forgetting to pick up the camera. So this week, I'm going to try week 6. We're going into week 6. And so I'm going to try and see if I can remember to do that finally, because then I'll have much better footage for you guys. I've also started my seeds now. So a number of them are already on the way. Like I'm planning a flower garden this year. And so, because I want to sell cut flowers in my shop. And so I'm excited about a lot of things, but I also there's a lot of planning and like prepping that I need to do before everything feels perfect. I don't know if it will ever feel perfect, but point is, we are where we are. And for now, I'll end this video now. I saw a couple of people ask some questions in the last video, but I will look at them again and then I will answer them in the next video, something like that. But thanks for watching.